谢神的带领，我们一起聚集敬拜神，遵守安息圣日。
And thank God for His guidance that we can be here together to observe the Sabbath.
我们请看创世纪50章。
Please turn to the Bible, Genesis chapter 50.
创世纪50章22节。
Genesis chapter 50, verse 22.
50章22节。
Chapter 50, verse 22.
约瑟和他父亲的眷属都住在埃及。约瑟活了110岁。
Verse 22. So Joseph dwelt in Egypt, he and his father's household, and Joseph lived 110 years.
23节。
Verse 23.
约瑟得见以法莲第三代的子孙马拿西的孙子马吉的儿子，也养在约瑟的膝下。
23. Joseph saw Ephraim's children to the third generation. The children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, were also brought up on Joseph's knee.
24节。
Verse 24.
约瑟对他弟兄们说：“我要死了，但神必定看顾你们，领你们从这地上去，到他起誓所应许给亚伯拉罕、以撒、雅各之地。”
Verse 24. And Joseph said to his brethren, I am dying, but God will surely visit you and bring you out of this land to the land of which he swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob.
25节。
Verse 25.
约瑟叫以色列的子孙起誓说：“神必定看顾你们，你们要把我的骸骨从这里搬上去。”
Verse 25. Then Joseph took an oath from the children of Israel, saying, God will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones from here.
26节。
Verse 26.
约瑟死了，正110岁。人用香料将他熏了，把他收敛在棺材里，停在埃及。
And verse 26. So Joseph died, being 110 years old, and they embalmed him, and he was put in a coffin in Egypt.
我们在教会安排的读经进度，我想在上个礼拜大家都刚读过创世纪。
And according to our daily Bible reading progress, last week we should have finished the book of Genesis.
我们刚刚读了创世纪最后的一段记载，就是约瑟的遗嘱。
And the last thing that we read in the book of Genesis is the death of Joseph.
有一个传道说，当他读到创世纪最后的这一段约瑟的遗嘱，他觉得人生就剩一口棺材。
And a pastor once said that every time he read the book of Genesis, chapter 50, he said the life ends up in a coffin.
当我在最后读到创世纪的时候，我心中浮现的就是一句成语，就是今天的题目“落叶归根”。
But whenever I read this book, at the end of the chapter, one thing comes to mind is our topic this morning, fallen leaves return to their roots.
落叶归根是一句成语，它的意思是说，掉落的树叶它会回到树的根部。
And fallen leaves return to their roots is an idiom saying that a leaf will return to its roots.
在野外的树叶掉了之后，树叶就在树的旁边，它就烂掉，它最后就归到根部里面，成为这个树的肥料。
And in the wild, when the leaves fall, it falls by the root and it returns to the root as fertilizer.
比喻在说人的凡事各样的事物，到最后都有它的归宿。
And this is saying that as human, at the end of our life, there is a place we dwell.
特别是指着客居在异乡的人，
Especially for the sojourners living in a foreign land.
最终还是要归到他的故土，归到他的故乡。
And at the end, they will return to their homeland.
约瑟在他临终之前，他就交代他的子孙
And before Joseph died, he instructed his children
说，要将他的骨骸停在埃及，
and he instructed them to bring his bones back to
等
Egypt.
到他们要进到神所应许给他们的迦南地的时候，要将他带回去。
Until the time they are entered into the promised land, Canaan, then he will be brought there.
埃及当然就指着这个世界。
And Egypt prefigures this world.
约瑟知道他最后不属这个世界，
Joseph knew that he does not belong to this
他死
world.
后希望他的子孙将他带回到神所应许他们之地。
And when he died, he wished that his children could bring him back to the promised
所以可
land.
见约瑟有一个落叶归根的观念。
So we can see that Joseph has the heart of falling leaf return to their
他
roots.
最后要归到什么地方？
Where does he return back to?
当神选召亚伯拉罕，要他从乌尔离开乌尔，要到神所应许祝福他的迦南地。
And when Abraham was called by God from Ur to the promised land of Canaan,
所以我们读过在创世纪12章，约瑟就离开乌尔，前往迦南地。
so in Genesis chapter 12, Abraham left Ur to the land of Canaan.
在创世纪里面记载，亚伯拉罕他进进出出迦南地有好多次。
And in the book of Genesis, we can see that Abraham left and returned back to the land of Canaan many
但是
times.
最后亚伯拉罕的妻子撒拉就在迦南地死了。
And at the end, his wife Sarah died in the land of Canaan.
亚伯拉罕就要为他的妻子来找一块坟地，要埋葬他的妻子。
And Abraham purchased a land for his wife to bury her.
我们看创世纪23章，
Let's turn to Genesis chapter 23.
创世纪23章第2节。
Genesis chapter 23, verse 2.
撒拉死在迦南地的基列亚巴，就是希伯伦。亚伯拉罕为他哀痛哭嚎。
23. So Sarah died in Kirjath Arba, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan, and Abraham came to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her.
这段圣经记载，23章就在记载撒拉死的时候，他是死在迦南地。
And here recorded that when Sarah died, she died in the land of Canaan.
对迦南地来说，亚伯拉罕他是一个外族的人。
To the land of Canaan, Abraham is a foreigner.
为了要埋葬他的妻子，他必须在这边找一块地。
And in order for him to bury his wife there, he needs to purchase a land.
后来他看上了一块地，
So he saw a land that he liked,
是当时的以弗伦所有的。
and it's owned by Ephraim.
他最后向以弗伦买了这块地，
He purchased this land for Ephraim.
就在这一块地上葬了他的妻子。
And it is at this land that he buried his wife.
以后这块地，当亚伯拉罕死的时候，他也葬在这里。
And later on, when Abraham died, he was also buried at the same
在
place.
25章的第7节到第10节，记载亚伯拉罕死了，他也最后葬在以弗伦的这一块地里。
And it is recorded in chapter 25, verses 7 through 10, that he was also buried there.
这块地在当时不但葬了亚伯拉罕和他的妻子，
And this land not only buried Abraham and his wife.
以后亚伯拉罕的儿子以撒死了，也葬在这里。
And later on, when Isaac, his son, died, he was also buried
以
there.
撒的妻子利百加死了，也葬在这里。
And the wife of Isaac, Rebekah, when she died, she was also
到
buried
以撒
there.
的儿子雅各死的时候，
And so when Joseph died,
雅各
and Jacob died,
他也吩咐人要把他葬在他祖先所葬的地方。
and he instructed his people to also bury his bones there.
我们看49章29节，
And let's turn to chapter 49, verse 29.
49章29节，
Chapter 49, verse 29.
他又嘱咐他们说：“我将要归到我列祖那里，你们要将我葬在赫人以伯伦田间的洞里，与我祖我父在一处。”
Verse 29, Then he charged them and said to them, I am to be gathered to my people. Bury me with my father in the cave that is in the field of Ephron, the Hittite.
30节，
Verse 30,
就是在迦南地曼利前麦比拉田间的洞，那洞和田是亚伯拉罕向赫人以弗伦买来为业做坟地的。
Verse 30, In the cave that is in the field of Machpelah, which is before Mamre in the land of Canaan, which Abraham bought with the field of Ephron and Hittite as the possession of the burial place.
31节，
Verse 31,
他们在那里葬了亚伯拉罕和他妻子撒拉，又在那里葬了以撒和他妻子利百加， 我也在那里葬了利亚。
Verse 31. There they bury Abraham and Sarah his wife. And there they bury Isaac and Rebekah his wife. And there I bury Leah.
32节，
Verse 32.
那块田和田间的洞原是向赫人买的。
Verse 32. The field and the cave that is there were purchased from the sons of Heth.
33节，
Verse
雅
33.
各祖父种植已毕，就把脚收在床上，气绝而死，归他列祖那里去了。
Verse 33. And when Jacob had finished commanding his sons, he drew his feet up in the bed and breathed his last and was gathered to his people.
亚伯拉罕在迦南地向赫人所买的埋他妻子的这一块地，
And the land that was purchased by Abraham from the Hittites.
后来葬了亚伯拉罕他的太太、他的儿子以撒和他的妻子，以及雅各和他的妻子。
And later on, he also was buried there with his wife Sarah and Isaac, Rebekah, and also Leah.
所以等到约瑟他即将要断气的时候，
So right before Joseph was about to breathe his last,
他也交代他的后代子孙。
he also instructed his children.
虽然我们现在住在埃及，
Although we're currently dwelling in Egypt,
但是最后你们要将我的骨骸带回到我祖先列祖那里去。
but eventually you need to carry up my bones to my ancestors.
就是我们刚刚所看的亚伯拉罕向赫人所买来在迦南地的那块地。
And it is the land Abraham purchased in Canaan from the Hittites.
因为约瑟他想要落叶归根，
Because Joseph wants to return back to his roots.
人常常都有这样的观念，就是要落叶归根。
And we often have this concept of returning to our roots.
但是落叶归根真实的意义在哪里？
But what is the true meaning of fallen leaf
我们
return
早
to their
上来
roots?
学习3点作为互相的勉励。
So this morning we would like to study on 3 topics as mutual encouragement.
第一个，落叶归根真实的意义是心要归。
And the first meaning of fallen leaf return to their roots is your heart must return.
在圣经里面，神应许对我们有许多的应许，
In the Bible, God gave us many promises.
好像神应许我们要得到圣灵。
For example, God promised us to receive the Holy Spirit.
在约翰福音里面，神又应许我们，在这个苦难的世界，我们要得到平安。
And in the book of John, Jesus Christ promised us that in this bitter world we will receive peace.
在约翰福音14章又记载说，神又应许我们将来要进到天国。
And John chapter 14 also, God also promised us that we will one day return into heavenly
所以
kingdom.
约翰一书2章25节说，神所应许我们的就是永生。
And in 1 John, God promised us that we will receive eternal life.
在这一些神的应许里面，
And within these promises of
大
God,
部分我们都在今生就能够得到。
and most of them we can receive in our
好像
lifetime.
神应许的圣灵，我们许多人都已经得到圣灵了。
For example, the promise of Holy Spirit that most of us have received.
神应许给我们的平安，当我们靠着耶稣基督，我们在灵里面能够得到属灵的真正的平安。
And the promise of peace by God through Jesus Christ, we have most of us have received them
但
already.
是对神所应许天国的永生，
But as far as the promise of the heavenly kingdom,
当你还活着的时候，你是看不见也得不到。
and when you're still alive, you cannot see it nor receive it.
因此，我们需要用信心去相信它。
Therefore, we must use our faith to believe.
我们请看希伯来书第11章，
Let's turn to the book of Hebrews, chapter 11.
希伯来书11章13节，
Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 13.
希伯来书11章13节。
The book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse
这
13.
些人都是存着信心死的，并没有得着所应许的，却从远处望见，且欢喜迎接，又承认自己在世上是客旅，是寄居的。
Verse 13. These all die in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, were assured of them, embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth.
希伯来书11章里面记载许多古圣徒他们的盼望，
And the book of Hebrews recorded the hopes of many saints.
这些人都是存着信心死的。
And these people died in faith.
但是死的时候并没有得着他们神所应许的。
But at the time of their death, they did not receive the
可
promises.
是当他们还活着的时候，
But while they're still alive,
因为信心，
because of faith,
圣经说他们却从远处望见，
the Bible says they could see it from afar off.
他们的心眼已经看见神所要应许给他们的那永远的天上的家乡。
And the eyes of their heart could already see the promise of heavenly kingdom.
虽然在他死的那一刻，他还没有得到，
Maybe when they died, they did not see it.
但是因着信心，他们断气了。
But with faith, they died.
当他们还活着的时候，因着信心，他们就欢喜迎接的要到主耶稣那里去。
And while they're still alive, with faith, they're happy to return back to the Lord.
从他们在生活的态度就可以看出来，
From the attitude of their living, you could see.
他们的心眼在活着的时候，早已经看到了那天上的家乡，
The eyes of their heart could already see the eternal home.
也盼望着将来要进到那神所应许的地方。
And they already hope to enter into the promised land.
所以他们承认自己在世上是客旅，是寄居的，
So they confess that they're only strangers and pilgrims on
因
earth.
为他们生活的态度让人看出来，他们的心早就归到天父那里了。
The way they live their life already tell us that their heart is already back, returned to the Lord.
所以因着信，当活着的时候，我们盼望，我们等待。
So while we're alive with faith, we are hoping.
所以我们因为在世上生活的态度，让我们看出来，我们是心已经归到天父那里。
And the way we live our life today, we can be seen that our heart has been returned back to the Lord.
帖撒罗尼迦前书说，信心是要下功夫。
And Thessalonians says that faith must accompany by work.
当我们信心下了功夫，
And when we strive hard in our faith,
我们才能够因为有盼望，而在耶稣基督里面长存着忍耐。
then with faith, then we can endure in the Lord.
因为这个盼望，让我们能够忍受各样的苦难。
Because of this hope, we can endure many tribulations.
所以罗马书告诉我们说，患难生忍耐。
Therefore, Romans tells us that
罗马书第5章告诉我们，在患难当中，我们要生出忍耐的心来。在苦难当中要有忍
in
耐
a，time of suffering, we must endure.
在忍耐当中不断的忍耐，我们就生出老练的心。
And when we have endurance, then we can produce character.
我们不断的有这样的锻炼，因为老练，我们就生出了盼望。
And with training, then we can produce hope.
这样的盼望，圣经上说，最后不至于让我们羞耻。
And this hope will not bring us shame.
所以，为什么在患难当中也能够欢喜快乐？
And this is why we, during tribulation, we can have joy and
就是因
happiness.
为有这个盼望。
It is because of this hope.
当我们还活着的时候，我们的心已经看见了那天上的家乡。
And while we're still alive, our heart could already see the heavenly kingdom.
当我们想念所离开的家乡，
And when we seek after the heavenly
就
kingdom,
有机会将来还能够回到那里去。
then we have the opportunity to eventually return there.
那是神对我们最大的、最终的应许。
And this is the greatest blessing of God.
所以落叶归根代表着我们还活着的时候，我们的心是归到天父那里去，
So falling leaves return to their roots means that our heart will eventually return back to
而不
God.
是心只放在这个世界上。
And it's not that our heart is in this world only.
第二个，
Number 2,
落叶归根代表的意义是我们的财是归到天父那里去。
falling leaves return to their roots. The second thing is our possession return back to the Lord.
看哥林多前书第4章
And 1 Corinthians chapter 4,
第7节，
verse 7.
哥林多前书4章第7节，
1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 7.
使你与人不同的是谁呢？你有什么不是领受的呢？若是领受的，为何自夸，仿佛不是领受的呢？
Verse 7, For who makes you differ from another? And what do you have that you did not receive? Now, if you did indeed receive it, why do you glory as if you had not received it?
圣经告诉我们说，我们所拥有的所有的一切都是领受的。
And the Bible tells us that everything we have received it.
我们看婴孩来到这个世上，
And when we see a baby come into this
当
world,
降生的时候是空空的，他没带来任何一样东
and
西。
when they were first born, they did not have anything with them.
当他在世上活着的时候，神祝福他慢慢的茁壮、长大、成熟，所拥有的越来越多。
And with the blessing of God, when they grow up, they will possess much.
可是当他最终要离开的时候，
But at the end, when they're about to leave this world,
他也只能够放下他所有的一切，要归到天父那里去。
and he can but put down everything he had and return back to the Lord.
所以，我们人活在世上所拥有的一切，都是神所祝福的。
And therefore, everything we possess in this world are the blessings of
我们
God.
的生命、我们的财富、我们的儿女、我们的恩赐，都是神所赐给我们的。
Our life, our wealth, our children, our ability are from God.
我们真的不敢说这是我的，
We cannot dare to say that these belong to us.
神只是让我们祝福我们在世上生活，我们需要的东西，神祝福我们。
And God bless us and give us everything we need in this world.
所以在活着的时候，神对我们的要求，就像马拉基书所说的，要将神1/10当纳的1/10送入仓库。
So what we need to do, our duty is to give 1/10 to go back to the storage of God.
只是要告诉我们，不断的提醒我们，你所拥有的是神的祝福。
And to remind us that everything we have are from the blessings of
神留
God.
下了9/10，让我们运用1/10归给神。
And God give us a 9/10 for us to use and 1/10 for Him.
马太福音主耶稣告诉我们说，你们要积财宝在天上。
And in the book of Matthew, it tells us that we need to store treasure in heaven.
因为要如何把财宝积存在天上，
So how do you store treasure in heaven?
就是把我们所得到的财富用在圣工上，就是用在主耶稣的身上。
And it is to use our wealth in the works of God, which is in Jesus Christ.
钱财当我们还在世的时候很有用，
And while we're still alive, our wealth is very useful.
所以有钱好办事，没有钱寸步难行。
So when you have money, you can do a lot. Without money, you can't do much.
但是当我们要离开世上的时候，
But as far as money, when we're about to leave this world,
你能够带任何的1毛钱去吗？
can you take even 1 penny?
钱财对我们来说，当我们走的那一天，一点意义都没有。
Our wealth to us is insignificant when we're about to die.
所以以西结书7章19节告诉我们说，
So in Ezekiel chapter 7 verse
在
19,
末世的时候，金银有什么用呢？它不能够救我们。
at the end time, what is good about wealth? It cannot save us.
有人会因为他有很多的金银财宝就得救吗？
And can you have much wealth and be saved?
在末世的时候，金银丢在马路上，没有人要。
At the end time, when you throw your possession on the street, nobody will go get it.
这个末世不单是指着世界的终了，更是指着我们每个人的最后的结束。
And this end does not only mean the end of the world, it means at the end of our life.
就是当我们最后人的生命结束的时候，金银不能救我们。
At the end of our lives, money cannot save us.
因此，在圣经里面勉励我们说，
So the Bible encourages us.
我们要趁着钱财还有用的时候，
And while the money is useful,
我们要规划我们的钱财，
we need to have plan for our wealth.
如何把在今生才有用的钱财，把它转变成永恒的价值。
And how do you transform the money useful in the world today to eternal?
世上的人财经专家常常这样说，
And the financial expert often tell us,
说人不理财，财不理人。
and the money cannot manage people. People cannot manage money.
如果你没有好好的安排你的财富，
And if you do not manage your money well,
如果你不知道如何去做投资，
if you don't know how to invest,
那最后你的钱财也不理你了，你当然就没有办法累积你的财富。
then your money will not want you, so you cannot accumulate your wealth.
所以有一次主耶稣讲了一个比喻，
So one time Jesus gave us a parable,
有一个管家，
and there was the steward,
他滥用主人让他管的财富，
and he wasted the wealth that was entrusted to him.
所以有人就去告诉这个主人，
Someone went to the master,
说你那个管家啊，他都乱用你的钱
and your steward have wasted your money.
啊，主人就很生气，
The master was very angry,
就把这管家找来，
so he called the
说
steward.
你不能再做我的管家了，
He said, "You can no longer be my
你
steward.
怎么把我的钱乱用呢？
How can you waste all my money?"
但是最后这个主人却称赞这一个不义的管家。
But at the end, this master praised this evil steward.
我们看路加福音16章，
Let's turn to the book of Luke, chapter 16.
路加福音16章第
Luke,
9节，
Luke chapter 16, verse 9.
路加福音16章第9节。
The book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 9.
当主耶稣讲的这个比喻，他最后的结论，他告诉我们：
And at the conclusion of this parable, Jesus told us,
我要告诉你们，要借着那不义的钱财结交朋友，到了钱财无用的时候，他们可以接你们到永存的帐幕去。
verse 9, And I said to you, make friends for yourself by unrighteous mammon, that when you fail, they may receive you into everlasting habitations.
因为主人要把这个管家辞了，
Because this master was about to fire the steward.
管家就心里想说：“哎呀，我不做管家，我能做什么呢？
And the steward thought, if I'm no longer a steward, what can I do?
我没有力量去锄地，
And I cannot till the land.
我也没有那个脸拉下来去跟人家乞讨。”
And I don't have the face to go and beg.
所以他就想了一个办法，
So he thought of an idea.
就把那一些欠主人钱的人找来。
And he called all the people that owed the master
那
money.
欠100块的，他就告诉他说：“你把它改，只欠50块。
And those who owed the master 100 measures, he said, give me 50.
那欠100担麦子的人，你就跟他说，你就把它改成写80担子就好了。
And those who owe 100 measures of wheat, he said, just write 80.
因为这个主人想，
The master thinks,
当我不做管家的时候，
if I'm no longer a steward,
这一些受到我恩惠的人，他们必定能把我接去照顾我的下半生。
those who receive grace from me will take me in and help me.
主人知道了之后，不但没有责怪他，反倒夸奖这个不义的管家。
And when the master realized what this steward has done, he praised this unjust
说他
steward.
你真的很聪明。
He said, you are very shrewd.
所以主耶稣下了我们刚才读的这段结论，
And so Jesus made a conclusion that
我
we
们
just read.
要借着那不义的钱财结交朋友。
We need to make friends for ourselves by unrighteous
到
mammon.
了钱财没有用的时候，他要迎接我们到永存的帐幕里去。
That when money have failed, they will receive us into everlasting habitations.
这个不义的管家真的知道钱财的作用只在今生，
And this unrighteous steward knew that the money is only good in this
所
lifetime.
以他借着不义的钱财，他结交朋友，
So through unrighteous way, he made friends.
他为了他的将来在做打算。
He planned for his future.
所以世上的人不是常常这样说吗？
So in this world, many people often say,
说取之于社会，用之于社会。我们从社会里面得到了财富，我们要用在这个社会上。
when we receive money from this society, we must spend it back to the society.
在这个世上，几个非常富有的人，
And in this world, there are many very wealthy people.
好像Bill Gates 比尔盖茨，
For example, Bill Gates,
好像 Warren Buffett 巴菲特，
and also Warren Buffett,
甚至脸书的年轻的富有的人佐伯格，
and even Zuckerberg of Facebook.
他们将他们累积了这么多的非常富有的财富，
And he accumulated much wealth,
将近100%都放在慈善的基金里面。
and almost 100% of their belonging, they contributed to the charity.
他们也呼吁说，那一些富有的人
And they think of the rich people.
说，你们要把你们从社会上所得到累积的财富，你们要用在慈善公益的事上。
They also encourage other wealthy people to put their money back into the society.
有一次，巴菲特有一个儿子叫做 Peter Buffett， 彼得巴菲特，
And one time, Warren Buffett's son, Peter Buffett,
他生了一对双胞胎的女儿，
and he had twin daughters,
他住在一个小小的公寓里。
and he lived in a tiny apartment.
他想，我的父亲是世界的 前3名的首富。
And he said that my father is the top 3 most wealthy people in the world.
我来向父亲借一点钱，我觉得应该要换大一点的房子，
So he thought that I could borrow some money from his dad to move to a bigger house.
所以他就向父亲开口说：“我现在生了一对的女儿，我想要买一个大房子，你可不可以借点钱给我？”
So he asked his father, now that I have 2 daughters, can I borrow some money to move to a bigger house?
他的父亲告诉他
His father told him,：“
你想要住大的房子，你要自己去赚。
if you wish to live in a bigger house, you need to go and earn the money ”
他的
yourself.
父亲连1毛钱都没有借给他。
His father did not even lend him 1 penny.
彼得·巴菲特非常的生气，
Peter Buffett was extremely angry.
这个吝啬又小气的父亲，
And how thrift is this father?
他就更加的勤奋工作，因为为了他的家要生活的更好。
So he worked really hard to earn the money because he wants his family to have a
慢
better
慢的
life.
在自己的音乐的路上有一点成就。
And slowly he was accomplished in the music field.
后来彼得·巴菲特说：“我非常感谢我的父亲，
Later on, Peter Buffett said, I thank my father.
他激励我，让我能够更加的努力在这个世上。”
And he encouraged me to work hard in this world.
我们人将我们所努力得来的一些财富留给我们的儿女，其实是无可厚非的。我们将我们得到的财富留给我们的儿女也没有什么错。
And there's nothing wrong with leaving money to our children.
但是我们的儿女如果成才，
But if our children have great ability,
他们有信仰，主耶稣会祝福他们，
if they have faith, God will bless them.
所以他们也能够慢慢的累积他们的神的祝福。
Then slowly they can accumulate God's
但是
blessings.
如果我们的儿女是不成才，也不求上进，
But if our children, they don't work hard, they do not have much
你
ability,
留再多的财富给他，
and no matter how much wealth you leave them,
他最后也是把它挥霍殆尽，
and they will spend it all.
反倒是害了他不知道努力的向上。
At the end, they will not know how to work hard.
所以世上有些人留了许多的钱财给他的儿女，
And many people in this world left much wealth to their children.
当他走了之后，儿女为了遗产
And
打破脸、撕破脸了。
But when they leave this world, their children will fight for the wealth.
所以我们对基督徒来说，
So to us Christians,
我们不单向世人说取之于社会，用之于社会，
and we do not only tell the society to to get some from the society
我
and
们
bring back for
从
to
圣
the
经的道理
society.
来想，我们更要取之于神，用之于神。
So in the spiritual sense, we need to receive from God and put it back to God.
因此，当我们还在活着的时候，
So while we're still alive,
我们就要规划我们的财富，
we need to manage our wealth.
我们要规划神所在我们这一生当中祝福给我们的一切。
And we need to manage the things that God has blessed us with.
要如何当我们眼睛闭上的那一刻，这一些没有用的钱财能够用在更有价值的事上？
So the money that we have left in this world, when we die, this money will go in good use.
要如何让它能够用在主耶稣的身上，就是用在圣工上。
And how do you spend the money on Jesus is to use on holy works.
有一个信徒有一次打电话给我，
And one of the members called me.
说我现在正在做生前信托 （living trust）。
Oh, now I'm planning a living trust.
生前信托就是当我们还活着的时候，安排我走的时候，我所拥有的财富要怎么做。
And living trust is something that you plan how the money that you have will be used after you die.
活着的时候，这些钱，你所信托的钱，都是你在使用。
And while you're still alive, you can manage and use your own money.
当你走的时候，生前信托就安排你所生前所立的志愿来安排你的财富。
But when you die, your living trust will take into effect, and the money will go to wherever you want to go.
所以这个信徒告诉我说，我想要在我的生前信托里面，把一部分的钱要奉献给教会。
And this member told me that I would like to use part of my money into church as my living
他
trust.
说我不知道要放在哪里。
And he said, I don't know where to put it.
我告诉他，
So I told him.
你所属的那个教会算是富有，也不太缺钱。
And the church you belong to are pretty wealthy and do not need
我
money.
建议你要把钱放在教会有一些长远的目标的侍奉上。
And I suggest him to put the money into a church that have foresight.
最近美国总会成立了一个基金，
And recently, USGA established a trust,
就是人力资源基金
and it is the
（Human Resource）。
Human Resource Fund.
当我们有多少钱的时候，我们就能够雇佣更多的事工的教会的工人。
And when we have more money, then we can utilize it to hire more workers.
不单是全时的传道，
Not only full-time
我们
pastors,
发现更需要有许多的全时的工人，在每一个地区来服侍神。
and we realize that in many places we need full-time workers.
所以我们打算说，当我们有到多少钱，我们就雇佣多少的全时的工人。
So whatever money we have, then we will use it to hire people.
已经开始有信徒在这里奉献，
And there are many members who have offered in this fund.
总会也开始发公文来招募全时的工人。
And GA have already written official letters to hire more people.
还有一个信徒，我知道他2个夫妻没有儿女
And I know a member, the two couples, they do not have kids.
侧面我已经了解，他们说我们已经在遗嘱上打算把我们2个走了之后，把所有的钱奉献给教会。
And I knew from the side that when they died, they wrote on their will that they will donate all their money to church.
教会其实还有许多的需要，
And there are many needs in the church
因为圣工的发展，我们需要神的力量，
because the work of the holy work, we need the power of
我们
God.
也需要有人的力量来配合。
We also need manpower to
当然，我
accompany
们
it.
还需要有钱财的力量来支援。
And of course, we need money to support.
美国总会有一个愿景。
The USGA has a vision,
我们教会在美国必定会不断的成长。
and our church in US will continue to
我们
grow.
在10年、20年、30年，绝对不是像现在的规模。
In 10, 20, or 30 years, our structure will be different.
所以一步一步，希望说在大的地区，像西区、像中区、像西部、中部跟东部，我们都希望能够设立一个比较好的训练中心。
So in the eastern, central, and also western regions, we would like to set up training facilities.
当我们有各样讲习会的时候，让我们的学员能够有比较好的住的环境跟学习的环境。
And when we have different seminars, our students will have a better place to stay and
所
learn.
以也曾经组了一个小组来研究，
So we started a committee to study.
最后的结论也是的确有这个需要。
And the conclusion was we definitely have this need.
但是一个比较大型的训练中心需要花许多的钱财，
But a good size training facility will require a lot of money.
所以我们才鼓励弟兄姐妹能够想到神圣工上面的需要。
So we encourage brothers and sisters to think of the needs of the church.
当我们还活着的时候，圣经勉励我们要奉献1/10。
And while we're still alive, Bible teaches to offer tithe.
当我们要离开这个世界的时候，
But when we're about to leave this world,
我们要将神所祝福给我们的一切的所谓的遗产，
and we need to have a will,
我觉得至少也要奉献1/10，
I think we should offer 1/10
来支援教会的圣工，
to support the holy work
把
in
我们
the church.
从世上神所祝福给我们的一切，最后我们眼睛闭的时候，让它用在主耶稣的身上。
So when we close our eyes, everything that we have received from God, then we can use it back to God.
我们看路加福音12章，
Let's turn to the book of Luke, chapter 12.
路加福音12章33节，
Luke, chapter 12, verse 33.
路加福音12章33节。
The book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 33.
你们要变卖所有的周济人，为自己预备永不坏的钱囊，用不尽的财宝在天上，就是贼不能进，虫不能住的地方。
Verse 33, Sell what you have and give alms. Provide yourself money bags, which do not grow old, a treasure in the heavens that does not fail, where no thief approaches nor moth destroys.
34节，
Verse 34.
因为你们的财宝在哪里，你们的心也在那里。
Verse 34. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also.
这是主耶稣对财宝的教训，
And this is the teaching of Jesus regarding money.
就在告诉我们，我们想要落叶归根，
And this is to tell us that we need to return back to our
我们
roots.
的心要归到主耶稣那里去，还活着的时候。
While we're still alive, our heart must return back
当
to
我们
God.
要在世的时候，我们要把财宝积存在天上，
And while we're still living in this world, we need to store up treasure in
因为
heaven.
财宝在哪里，我们的心就在哪里。
Because where our treasure is, our heart will be there also.
所以，我们的心如果在主耶稣的身上，我们的财就也要归到主耶稣的身
So
上。
if our heart is in Jesus, then our money will be with Jesus as well.
第三，
Third point.
落叶归根代表的意义是，我们的人也要归到天父那里去。
And fallen leaf, return to the roots, also means that we will eventually return back to
我们
God.
刚才看的创世纪50章，约瑟吩咐他的子孙
And we have just read in Genesis chapter 50 that Joseph instructed his
说：“当
children,
我死了之后，你们要把我的骸骨带到迦南地，就是我们的先祖先父那里。
and he said, you need to carry my bones back to where my ancestors are buried.
因为约瑟知道，
Because Joseph knew
埃及不是他的归宿，
Egypt is not his home.
埃及就是指着这个世界，
Egypt prefigures this world.
这个世界也不是我们的归宿。
And this world is not our home.
亚伯拉罕对迦南地的人来说，他是一个外人。
To the Canaanites, Abraham was a foreigner.
我们看创世纪23章
Let's turn to Genesis chapter 23,
第4节，
verse 4.
23章第4节，
Chapter 23, verse 4.
我在你们中间是外人，是寄居的。
I'm a foreigner and a sojourner among you.
亚伯拉罕对迦南地神所祝福的应许的迦南地来说，他是一个外人，是寄居的。
To the promised land from God, the land of Canaan, Abraham was just a foreigner.
对神的家、神的国来说，我们每个人也都是外人。
To the home of God, we are also foreigners.
我们跟亚伯拉罕一样，我们本来都是外邦人。
And just like Abraham, we are all Gentiles.
这个神所应许之地本来不是给我们的，
And this promised land of Canaan is not for us
但是现在
originally.
神应许要给我们。
But God now promises.
亚伯拉罕他进到了迦南地，
Abraham entered into the land of
虽
Canaan.
然他是一个外人，
Although he was just a
但
foreigner,
是在那里他有好的行为的表现。
but there he had good deeds.
我们看第6节，
Let's read verse 6.
23章第6节。
Chapter 23, verse 6.
我主，请听，你在我们中间是一位尊大的王子。
Hear us, my Lord, you are a mighty prince among us.
当亚伯拉罕想要找一块地的时候，那里的人告诉亚伯拉罕说：“你是一个尊贵的王子。”
And when Abraham was looking for a piece of land, the people there said, you are a mighty
我
prince
们
among
在神
us.
所应许祝福的家里面，我们每个人都是尊贵的王子。
And in the promised home of God, we are all princes.
当我们受洗归入耶稣基督里面，我们都成为神的儿女了
And。we're baptized and belong to God, then we are all God's children.
因为是神的，亚伯拉罕是一个尊贵的王子，
And Abraham was a noble prince.
所以当时那里的赫人就告诉他说：“你喜欢什么地，我们送给你。”
And so the son of Heth said, whatever land you want, we will give to you.
亚伯拉罕看上了以弗伦的那一块地。
And Abraham saw the land of Ephraim that he liked.
以弗伦说：“那块地只值400舍客勒，算什么？我送给你。”
And Ephraim told him, this land is only worth 400 shekels. Let me just give it to you.
亚伯拉罕说
Abraham said,：“
我坚持要用买的。
I insist that I purchase this
既然
land from
你
you.
说那块地值400舍客勒，我就用400舍客勒跟你买了。
And since you said that this land is worth 400 shekels, then I will purchase it with 400 shekels. ”
今
From you.
天我们要得到神所应许的之地，
So today, for us to receive this promised
是
land from
神用
God,
他的宝血，是高价为我们所赎来的，
and God purchased with His blood with high price.
不是免费的。
They're not free.
我们是免费得到，但是主耶稣不是免费的牺牲的。
And we received it freely, but doesn't mean that Jesus gave it to us freely.
虽然迦南地的人说：“我送给你。”
even though the Canaanites said, I will give Abraham this land.
亚伯拉罕坚持要用高价来买这块地。
Abraham insists that I will purchase it with the high
圣经
price.
上告诉我们，
And the Bible tells us,
神爱世人，甚至将他的独生子赐给我们，
and God loved this world that he gave us his son to us.
叫一切相信他的人不至灭亡，反得永生。
For those who believe will not be condemned, but will have
就是
everlasting
因为
life.
耶稣基督用他的宝血被钉死在十字架上，流出他的宝血，洗去我们的罪。
And it is because Jesus died on the cross and shed his blood to die for us that our sins were remitted.
这是用高价所买来的救恩，
And
赎来的救恩。
And this is the salvation that has been purchased with high
当
price.
我们进入到这个救恩里面，
When we enter into this
接
salvation,
下来就是要遵守神的诫命。
next thing we do is to obey his commandments.
只要我们受洗归入耶稣基督，我们在世上又遵守了神的诫命，
And if we're baptized, belong to his name, and we obey his commandments
我
in
们
this world,
将来就要跟主耶稣一样，死了之后要归到天父那里。
in the future we will be like Jesus. We will return back to heavenly home.
所以圣经说，耶稣基督已经从死里复活，
So Jesus the Bible tells us that Jesus has resurrected,
他成为睡了之人的出手的果子。
and he became the first fruit of a human being.
将来在耶稣基督里面，众人都要复活，
And in Jesus, everyone will resurrect.
都要回到天父那里。
Everyone will return back to the heavenly
因为基
Father.
督徒的死不是称为死。
Because the death of Christian is not actual death.
有一次，主耶稣要到拉撒路的家里去，
And one time, Jesus went to the home of Lazarus.
拉撒路已经死了，
Lazarus has already died.
但是主耶稣告诉众人，
But Jesus told the multitude,
我们的朋友拉撒路是睡了。
our friend Lazarus is only sleeping.
在使徒行传里面记载说，大卫他在世的时候，
And in the book of Acts, it recorded that while Abraham was still alive,
他行完了神对他的旨意。
and he did according to God's will.
使徒行传说，大卫就睡了。
And the book of Acts, it says that David slept.
今天我们每一个人在耶稣基督里面，
Now, every one of us are in
我
Jesus
们
Christ.
断气的时候不是死了，
When we breathe our last, we do not
我
die.
们是睡了。
We are merely sleeping.
既然是睡了，
And since we're only
有
sleeping,
一天我们就要醒过来。
one day we will awake.
看约翰福音14章，
Let's turn to the book of John, chapter 14.
约翰福音14章第1节。
John chapter 14, verse 1.
约翰福音14章第1节。
Book of John, chapter 14, verse 1.
你们心里不要忧愁，你们信神也当信我。
Verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me.
第2节，
Verse 2.
在我父的家里有许多住处，若是没有，我早已告诉你们了。我去原是为你们预备地方去。
Verse 2. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you, I go to prepare a place for you.
第3节，
Verse 3.
我若去为你们预备的地方，就必再来接你们到我那里去。我在哪里，叫你们也在那里。
Verse 3. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also.
主耶稣复活，回到天父那里去。
Jesus resurrected and returned back to the
他在那
Father.
里为我们预备将来我们所要去的地方。
And there he has prepared a place for us to return.
所以，当我们断气的离开这个世界，
So when we breathe our last and depart from this
我们
world,
是睡了。
we are merely sleeping.
当主耶稣再来的那一刻，
When Jesus Christ comes
圣
again,
经上说，当神号筒吹响的时候，
and when the horn of God blew again,
死人就要醒过来，就要复活了。
the dead will resurrect,
活着的人就要被接到空中，与主相会。
and those who are alive will be lifted to heaven to meet with God.
那朽坏的要成为不朽坏的。
The corruptible will be incorruptible,
我们每个人都要改变，
and every one of us will
我们
change.
都要成为灵体，
We will be spiritual,
我们要跟主耶稣同享天国的荣耀。
and we will enjoy the glory with Jesus Christ.
落叶要归根，
Falling leaves will
我
return
们
to
的
the
根
roots.
在什么地方？
Where our roots are.
有人说我在台湾，
Some people may say it's in
有人
Taiwan.
说我在大陆，
Some people may say it's in
或
China,
者你的故乡的某一个地方。
or wherever your home country may
但是
be.
如果我们追根究底，
But if we come to the bottom of
人
it,
类的始祖亚当夏娃是神所创造的，
and our ancestor Adam and Eve, they were made by God.
所以我们的家就在天父那里，
So our home is with our
就
Father.
在天上。
It is in heaven.
这是神应许我们将来要得到的。
And this is what God has promised us to
所以
receive.
落叶归根，最后真的要归的是要到天父那里去。
So upon leave, return to the root. We must return back to our God.
愿主耶稣帮助祝福我们，
May God bless and help us.
知道落叶归根代表着意义是什么？
So we know the meaning of fallen leaves, return to their roots.
是我们的活着的时候心要归，
Or when we're still alive, our heart must
我
return.
们走的时候我们的财要归，
When we leave, our possession will return.
最后我们的人必定能够归到天父那里，跟主同享天国的荣耀。
At the end, our spirit will return back to God to enjoy everlasting life.
唱诗456首。
Please sing hymn 456.